For a 30-point bonus, and here's your toss-up. What 1975 rock song starts with the lyrics, "City girls just seem to find out early how to..."
Ramona, Ansel.
Okay, it was the Jackson Brown song, of course, about the Eagles. My fault. Peaceful, easy feeling.
No, that's a 5-point penalty over.
Lemmings, Martinez.
It's the Eagles' Lion Eyes.
That is right. Points, okay, Lemmings. For 10 points per pair, identify the names of the teams involved in Super Bowls where the game score at 1 point was 2-0.
Broncos, Seattle.
That's correct.
New York Patriots and New York Giants.
That's another one. Answer, please.
St. Louis Rams
It
and
was the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings on the last one, so you have 2 for 20 points. Teams are playing for an audio bonus. Here's your toss-up. He played his ball at St. Bonaventure and
Ramona, Bollinger.
Bob Lanier.
5-point penalty over Keith the Lemmings. He played his ball at St. Bonaventure and University of Detroit. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, he ended his pro career with the Chicago Cardinals. He coached the Baltimore Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. He was also responsible for the K-gun offense the Buffalo Bills had with Jim Kelly when he was there as offensive coordinator. Name him.
Lemmings, Partridge.
That was Ted Marchant, wrote it. Still playing for that bonus. Here's your toss-up. What current television show began with coverage of the 444-day long Iran hostage crisis?
Lemmings, Partridge.
Nightline.
Nightline is correct. All right, Lemmings, time is out. Listen and identify the original artist and song title from these heavy metal covers. Okay, time is back in. Can I have your 3 artists and song titles, please?
Marvin Gaye, I heard it through the grapevine.
That's right.
Stevie Wonder, Superstition, and ABBA, Dancing Queen.
30 points. Teams, you're playing for a 40-point bonus, and here is your toss-up. This actor, writer, producer's Guide to Killer Confidence appeared in Glamour in 2015. Prior to having her own television show, she was a regular on The Office. Name her. That was Mindy Kaling. Still playing for that bonus. Here's your toss-up. There have been some short celebrity marriages, but none shorter than Britney Spears. She made it all to 55 hours after marrying what childhood friend whose namesake played George Costanza on Seinfeld? That, Jason Alexander. Still playing for that bonus. In the most famous movie in which I appeared, Adriana Caselotti was my voice. In some less well-known movies, one for television and one for the screen, I have been played by Kristen Kreuk and Monica Keena. Who am I?
Ramona Spinato.
Snow White.
Snow White is right. Okay, Ramona, I'll provide the title of a young person's book. You provide the author. The Son of Neptune. That was Rick Gordon. The Velveteen Rabbit.
Catherine Williams.
Marjorie Williams. Goodnight Moon. Your answer, please. That was
Margaret.
Wise Brown, and finally Wonder. That RJ Palacio. No points. Teams are playing for a 40-point bonus, and here's your toss-up. She died 64 days before her mentor. She was supposed to play opposite him in Purple Rain. He had made her the lead singer of a group. She also appeared in these movies: The Last Dragon, Action Jackson, and 52 Pickup.
Fleming's Goldstein. That's Apollina.
No, can you take it, Ramona? That, Vanity. Still playing for that 40-point bonus. He was the first person to record a quadruple double in the NBA.
Fleming's Eden.
Nate 30, that is right. Okay, Lemmings, if your goal is to date a hot actress, you will apparently have a much better chance if you are the lead singer of a rock group. I'll give you the name of an actress and the guy she dated. You tell me the name of the group that person sang lead for 10 points each. First, Winona Ryder dated David Piner. Her. Correct. Jennifer Aniston dated Adam Duritz.
Johnny Crow.
Correct. Kate Hudson dated Matt Bellamy after Chris Robinson.
Muse.
That is right. Gwyneth Paltrow dated and married Chris Martin.
Coldplay.
40 points. Teams, you're playing for a multimedia bonus. Here's your toss-up. This prolific historian has written best-selling accounts including Vicksburg, 1863, Kearney's March, 1942.
Ramona Spinato.
Stephen. 5-point penalty. I'll repeat for Lemmings. This prolific historian has written best-selling accounts including Vicksburg, 1863, Kearney's March, 1942, a year that tried men's souls, and A Storm in Flanders, but most people will know him for his novel Forrest Gump. Name this writer. That is
Fleming's Goldstein.
Shelby Twist.
Winston Groom. Still playing for that bonus. What heavy metal band formed in 1975 by bassist and primary songwriter Steve Harris sang about...
Fleming's Martinez.
Iron Maiden.
That is right. Okay, Lemmings, time is out. Identify the artists singing about accountants for 10 points each. 1606. You do have 1607, yeah, go to that. Okay, 1607. For 5 points each, identify any of the 7 actors from this Trivia Bowl TV favorite.
Oh, that was that one. Okay. We'll do that one. All right, 300.
Hi, I'm Coach Fravel. Welcome to IQ, the game of academic achievement. Competing today are students from Parkdale High, Margaret Mead, Peter Townsend, and James Bridget, and students from St. Anthony's Collegiate, Leonard Mandel, Kathy Nixon, and Rudy Schmuck. Now, each school will have a chance to answer several skill testing questions, and at the end of the game, the school totaling the most points will win the game, and also a $250 scholarship to the university of their choice. Now, let's start the game. The first question worth 20 points, and the subject is authors. Margaret Mead in Parkdale.
Henry Miller.
I'm sorry, Margaret. Let me please finish the question first, all right? We're not fine readers. No points on that. Next question. Topic. Music. Parkdale.
The Beatles.
I will have to ask you to keep your grubby fingers off the buzzer until I finish asking the question, all right? Please, now, name the following piece of music. Margaret Meehan, Parkdale.
Don't you love me, baby?
Did I not just say don't buzz until I finish asking the question? Didn't I just say that?
I thought you were finished.
Well, not.
Keep time out for 1 second. Do we think 1606 is the?
1606 is additional. I think that was 16. I do have something for 1607. 1607 was additional. Yes, it is.
All right, we missed one, okay. Okay, timer's back in. Identify any of the 7 actors from the TV favorite.
Eugene Levy, John Candy, Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, and Joe Flaherty.
Correct. The last one, David Thomas, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 25 points. 25 points. Okay, teams, you're playing for a 30-point bonus, and here is your toss-up. During a 1986 game with Buffalo, Marty Lyons repeatedly punched QB Jim Kelly in the head, but the penalty was mistakenly called on Mark Gastineau. What now famous phrase was used by referee Ben Dreyf to describe?
Ramona Bollinger.
Giving him the business.
That's right. Okay, Ramona. Identify the movie from what is considered to be one of the worst pieces of dialogue ever written. First, must be weird not having anybody come on you.
Debbie does that.
That's Showgirls. I hate to disappoint you, but rubber lips are immune to your charms.
Where the hell did you get these?
Batman and Robin, and finally, it's turkey time. Gobble, gobble.
Sergeant York.
That's Geely, no points. Playing for a 40-point bonus, and here's your toss-up. Its mechanic is Kaylee Fry. Its doctor is Simon Tan. Its pilot is Hovan Washburn. Its captain is Malcolm Reynolds. Name this ship from the short-lived TV series.
Ramona Luxton.
Firefly.
5-point penalty. I'll repeat for Lemmings. Its mechanic is Kaylee Fry. Its doctor is Simon Tan. Its pilot is Hovan Washburn. Its captain
Lemmings Martinez.
Serenity?
Serenity is correct. Name the feature film based on the series. Okay, Lemmings, I'll give you the name of a famous television animal and what kind of animal it is. You give me the show upon which the animal appeared. Chim Chim, which is a monkey. Speed Racer. Elvis, who's an alligator.
Miami Vice.
That's right. Fred, who's a cockatoo. Correct. And finally, Trigger, who's a horse. That is the Roy Rogers Show. You have 2 for 20 points. 20 points. Teams, you're playing for a 40-point bonus. Here's your toss-up. Michael Jackson's Thriller is the best-selling music video of all time. What artist's video, Live at the Acropolis, is second on the list?
Ramona Spinato.
Yanni.
Yanni is correct. You might be a redneck if you have the number of your favorite NASCAR driver on your bumper. Name the number of the car driven by the following drivers in the 2018 Sprint Cup Series. First, Brad Keselowski.
Pick a number.
21.
2, Kevin Harvick.
15.
He's 4, Danica Patrick.
38 double.
He's 7. Finally, Denny Hamlin.
13.
11.
You were promised no numbers questions,
Yeah.
right?
No points. Teams, you're playing for a 40-point bonus. Here's your toss-up. Catherine Keener portrayed this famous writer in the 2005 film Capote. Name her.
Lemmings, Goldstein. Carson McCullers.
No, can you take it, Ramona?
Ramona Gluckstern.
Harper Lee is right. For bonus, I'll give you the name of a book. You give me the name of the musical based upon that book. First, Green Grow the Lilacs by Lynn Riggs. Oklahoma. The Matchmaker by Thornton Wilder. It's Hello Dolly. Lilium. Lilium by Frederick Molnar is Carousel. Carousel. That's the whistle to end the game.